One machine, one princess, one galaxy. The sun blazed over Eldridge Plains, Arizona, scorching the cracked red desert into a shimmering haze. In the heart of this nowhere, Jackson Reed, a wiry 32-year-old with unshaven stubble and eyes alight with obsession, stood beside his life's work, the gravity flux resonator. The machine gleamed like a fusion of alien tech and human grit, its copper coils catching the light like molten fire. For a decade, the world called him crazy. Today, he'd prove them wrong. Jackson tapped his rugged tablet, coaxing the resonator to life. A low hum pulsed, vibrating the sand. 10 years. 10 years of "You're insane, Reed." "Let's see who's laughing now, Professor Hale." The hum deepened, and suddenly pebbles and dust lifted, floating in a shimmering 2-meter sphere. Jackson's heart raced. Holy shit, it's working. It's actually... A sharp crack split the sky. Jackson's head snapped up. A violet streak tore across the heavens, pulsing wildly. No contrail, no roar, just raw, unnatural energy. It wasn't a plane, not a meteor. It was wrong. His tablet beeped, tracking the anomaly. The streak flared, blinding, then splintered. A dark shape broke free, plummeting toward the plains at breakneck speed. Jackson's mind raced, cataloging the impossible. Humanoid, but not human. Too graceful for freefall. The figure was heading straight for him. Impact in seconds. Adrenaline surged. "Come on, you beautiful bastard, don't fail me now." He cranked the resonator's power to maximum. The machine screamed, coils glowing cherry red, sparks erupting as it pushed beyond its limits. The gravity field swelled, a shimmering dome stretching 15 meters wide. Sand swirled in slow motion, defying the laws of physics. The figure hit the field at terminal velocity and slowed. Time seemed to stretch. Jackson watched, heart pounding, as she, definitely a woman, glided down like a feather. Long silver hair streamed behind her, blazing like a comet's tail. Her sapphire skin shimmered, torn metallic robes flowing like liquid starlight. This was Lyrian Vera, 28, in human years, a princess of the Orolith Empire, and she didn't belong here. Her feet touched the sand without a sound, knees bending with impossible grace. For a moment she stood frozen, as if testing the earth beneath her. Then her violet eyes, sharp, intelligent alien, locked onto Jackson. His breath caught. She was beautiful, not human, but her expression screamed fear, confusion, and a faint spark of hope. "Vera salu, que vadis terran." Her voice was melodic, a language like liquid music. Jackson blinked, lost. She pointed at the resonator, awe flickering in her gaze. Blood trickled from a gash on her cheek, dark against her sapphire skin. Bruises marred her arms, her robes shredded from some brutal ordeal. "Hey, you're hurt. I'm Jackson. You're safe here." He spoke slowly, hands raised to calm her. "Safe?" Lyrian's voice was fragile, her English halting, pieced together from intercepted human signals. Her knees buckled, eyes fluttering. Jackson lunged, catching her as she collapsed. Her skin was warm, too warm, soft despite its alien hue. A jolt like electricity shot through him, not just from her touch, but from the sheer impossibility of her existence. "Easy, easy, I've got you." He held her steady, her weight light in his arms. Lyrian's violet eyes searched his face, desperate for trust. "Safe?" she whispered again. Jackson nodded, but his gut twisted. Safe from what? He glanced at the sky. The violet streak had vanished, but a faint, ominous hum lingered like a predator circling in the dark. Something was coming, and it wasn't friendly. Jackson's workshop, a repurposed aircraft hangar outside Calverton, Arizona, buzzed with new life. The concrete floor, once littered with tools and failed prototypes, now hosted sleek Orolith tech. Glowing panels and crystalline circuits scavenged from Lyrian's escape pod. 2 weeks had passed since Lyrian fell from the sky, and the space felt less like a lab and more like a bridge between worlds. Jackson leaned over a workbench, dabbing antiseptic on a fading bruise on Lyrian's arm. Her sapphire skin shimmered under the LED lights, her silver hair tucked behind one ear. She watched him with violet eyes, curiosity softening her regal poise. "You don't have to keep doing this, you know. My wounds are almost gone." Lyrian's English had sharpened, her voice a melodic hum that sent a shiver down Jackson's spine. "Can't be too careful. Besides, it's not every day I get to play doctor for an alien princess." He grinned, but his hands trembled slightly. Her warmth, her presence, it was intoxicating. Lyrian tilted her head, a faint smile playing on her lips. "Princess, such a human word." "Among the Orolith, was a guardian of the Starvale throne." Her smile faded, eyes clouding, "until I defied the council." Jackson set down the antiseptic, leaning closer. "What happened up there? Why'd they throw you out of a damn spaceship?" Lyrian's gaze drifted to the gravity flux resonator, now humming quietly in the corner. "The council demanded I marry a warlord, Draxus of the Nebula clans, to secure an alliance. It would have chained my people to his tyranny. I refused. My father, King Valthor, stood by me, but my brother, Zorath..." Her voice tightened. "He saw my defiance as weakness. He convinced the council to exile me. Cast into the void, they call it. Most don't survive." Jackson's jaw clenched. "Your own brother? That's cold. Zorath craves power, always has." Lyrian's fingers brushed the resonator's controls, almost reverent. "Your machine. It broke every law of Orolith science. Gravity cannot be tamed, they say. Yet you did it, in a garage." Jackson flushed, pride mixing with something deeper. "Yeah, well, humans are stubborn. We don't like being told what's impossible." He paused, meeting her eyes. "You're not what I expected either. I thought aliens would be, I don't know, all tentacles and ray guns." Lyrian laughed, a sound like chimes in a breeze. "And I thought humans were primitive, clinging to a dying world. But you, Jackson Reed, are remarkable." Her hand grazed his, sending a spark through his nerves. The air between them thickened, charged with unspoken possibility. Over the past 2 weeks, they'd fallen into a rhythm. Lyrian taught Jackson Orolith basics, star navigation, energy matrices, while he showed her Earth's quirks like coffee and classic rock. She'd taken to wearing his old flannel shirts, the oversized fabric making her look vulnerable yet impossibly alluring. Their conversation stretched late into the night, filled with lingering glances and accidental touches. Now, as their fingers lingered, Jackson's heart pounded. "There's something you're not telling me, isn't there? About your people, about us." Lyrian's eyes flickered, hesitant. "Among the Orolith, closeness, physical closeness, creates a bond, a psychic link, thoughts, emotions, even dreams, shared forever. It's sacred, our way of forming eternal partnerships." She stepped back, voice soft. "But humans, you don't have this gift. I fear it would be unbalanced. I'd give everything, and you..." Jackson closed the distance, his hand cupping her cheek. Her skin was fever warm, glowing faintly. "Lyrian, I've been thinking about you every second since you landed. If that's not a bond, I don't know what is." He leaned in, heart racing, and their lips met. The kiss was electric, soft at first, then hungry. A faint hum filled Jackson's mind, not sound, but feeling. Her awe, her fear, her longing, brushing against his thoughts like a whisper. "Your heart, it sings like our stars," Lyrian breathed, pulling back, eyes wide. "Then let's make a constellation." Jackson's voice was low, certain. The workshop faded, the world shrinking to just them. A sharp beep shattered the moment. A holographic display flared to life on the workbench, projecting a figure with sapphire skin and cold violet eyes. Zorath Vera, Lyrian's brother, his regal robes glinting like polished obsidian. "Sister," his voice dripped with false warmth. "Father grows weak. The physicians give him days, perhaps hours. As eldest, you must return for the succession. The Starvale throne awaits. A royal cruiser is en route." His image vanished, leaving silence. Jackson's gut twisted. That didn't sound like a family reunion invite. He pulled up his signal decryptor, fingers flying over the controls. "Let me check something. This feels off." Lyrian's hands clenched, her voice tight. Zorath never cared for Father's will, only the throne. The decryptor pinged. Jackson's eyes narrowed. This message is a week old. He's been sitting on it, planning something. Why lie about the timing? Before Lyrian could answer, another hologram flickered on. A grizzled Orolith, scars crisscrossing his face, appeared. Commander Thalren, his voice urgent. "Princess Lyrian, I pray this reaches you. Zorath has imprisoned King Valthor, claiming he's too ill to rule. I saw his guards drag our king to the cells. The fleet is divided. Half believe Zorath's lies, half remain loyal. Return and you walk into a trap. Stay and your father dies." The hologram dissolved. Lyrian's face paled, her sapphire skin dulling. "A trap, but I can't abandon him." Jackson gripped her shoulders, his voice steady. "You're not alone anymore. We'll face this together, but we need to be smart. Your brother's expecting a princess, not a human with a trick up his sleeve." He gestured to the resonator. "Let's turn this into something they'll never see coming." For the next 3 days, the workshop became a war room. Jackson and Lyrian worked feverishly, shrinking the resonator's tech into portable gravity disruptors, palm-sized devices that could twist gravity like a weapon. Lyrian, her royal training shining, recalibrated energy flows with precision Jackson could barely follow. "You're getting too good at this," he teased, testing a disruptor. It hummed, sending a wrench orbiting the room in lazy spirals. "Pretty soon you'll be teaching me. I learned from the best." Lyrian's smile was warm, but her eyes held a storm. "Zorath won't expect us, but he's cunning, Jackson. Even with your technology, he'll adapt. Then we'll be faster." Jackson strapped a disruptor to his wrist, its faint glow reflecting in his eyes. "We get to that cruiser, save your father, and expose your brother before he can blink." He paused, meeting her gaze. "And Lyrian, whatever happens up there, I'm with you." Lyrian's hand found his, their bond pulsing with shared resolve. The stars outside the hangar seemed brighter, as if calling them to a fight they couldn't refuse. But in the quiet before the storm, one truth burned clear. They weren't just fighting for a throne, they were fighting for each other. The Orolith Royal Cruiser, a crystalline leviathan orbiting Earth, gleamed like a star forged into metal. Jackson Reed and Lyrian Vera materialized in the docking bay's shadows, cloaked by Jackson's gravity disruptors, bending light around them. The vast chamber hummed with activity. 12 Orolith guards patrolled, their energy rifles glowing, personal shields shimmering. Lyrian's violet eyes scanned the bay. Standard energy weapons. Shields won't stop your disruptors. Ready? Jackson nodded, fingers tightening on a palm-sized device. "Let's make an entrance." He activated the disruptor, and chaos erupted. 3 guards slammed into the ceiling as gravity reversed beneath them. 2 more slid into a bulkhead, caught in a lateral shear. The rest opened fire, but their energy beams curved harmlessly away, warped by Jackson's gravity lenses. "Impossible," one guard shouted in accented English. "Gravity cannot be weaponized. Tell that to physics." Jackson grinned, creating a gravity well that yanked 5 guards into a struggling heap. Lyrian moved like liquid starlight, her royal combat training a blur of precise strikes. Their psychic bond pulsed, her intentions flashing in Jackson's mind a split second before she acted, letting him sink his disruptors with her attacks. They were unstoppable until klaxons blared, bathing the bay in pulsing red. An automated voice echoed in Orolith. Lyrian's face paled. "We've been detected. All units are converging here. So much for stealth." Jackson's jaw tightened as 20 more guards poured in, weapons humming. "The containment levels are 3 decks down. We need the main lift." He carved a path through the chaos, flipping gravity to send guards tumbling. Lyrian disabled foes with nerve strikes, her sapphire skin glowing with exertion. The lift doors loomed ahead when a voice cut through the din. "Sister, Zorath Vera strode into the bay, flanked by elite guards in ceremonial armor. His sapphire skin was darker, his violet eyes cold with amusement. Your human ally is unexpected, a primitive playing with forces he cannot comprehend. His gaze locked on Jackson, dismissive. This primitive just took out half your security. Jackson kept his disruptor aimed at the guards. Zorath laughed, sharp as shattered glass. Parlor tricks. He drew a quantum pulse blade, its edge crackling with dark energy. Jackson activated every disruptor, turning the bay into a maze of conflicting gravity fields. Guards flailed, elite warriors stumbling, but Zorath stood firm, his shield adapting with eerie precision. Impressive, he sneered, raising the blade. But futile. The blade fired a bolt of coherent darkness. Jackson tried to deflect it, but the energy ignored his gravity field, striking his main disruptor. Pain seared through his nerves, feedback frying the device. He collapsed, gasping. Quantum destabilization, Zorath said, advancing. Without your toys, human, you're nothing. Lyrian stepped between them, defiant. You cannot win, Zorath. Father's loyalists will never accept you. Zorath's eyes glinted. Father is dead. A tragic accident in his cell. Who will believe your accusations? Jackson felt Lyrian's grief through their bond, a crushing wave, but her rage burned brighter. He palmed a hidden disruptor, waiting. You're lying. Jackson activated the device, pinning Zorath to the deck with crushing gravity. The prince snarled, his shield flickering. That device is dead. Redundancy's a human thing. Jackson pulled 2 more disruptors. We always have backups. Lyrian struck, disabling 3 elite guards in a blur. Their bond synchronized their moves, Jackson clearing a path to the lift. They dove inside as Zorath's furious shouts echoed. This isn't over, sister. The lift opened to a corridor of containment cells. Lyrian sprinted to the far end, where King Valthor slumped against a transparent wall. His sapphire skin was pale, but his violet eyes held strength. Lyrian, you shouldn't have come. It's a trap. I know, but I couldn't leave you. Lyrian used a stolen override device, dissolving the cell door. Valthor embraced her, relief etched in his face. Jackson scanned the corridor, hearing boots approaching. We're not safe yet. Zorath's guards are coming. We must reach the bridge, Valthor said, straightening. I'll expose Zorath's treachery to the fleet. Lyrian frowned. It's 12 decks up, heavily guarded. Jackson smirked, checking his remaining disruptors. Good thing we don't need corridors. Using his disruptors, Jackson phased through the ship's hull, weakening molecular bonds to create temporary passages. They moved like ghosts, bypassing patrols. Deck 7, Lyrian whispered as they emerged. 5 to go. Then the ship's AI activated. Turrets dropped from the ceiling, energy bolts filling the corridor. Jackson's disruptors deflected fire, crushing turrets with gravity wells. Valthor's AI is hunting us, Valthor warned. Not if we hit the bridge first, Jackson said, phasing through another wall. They fought upward, Jackson's tech outmatching the AI's protocols. The bridge doors were guarded, but Lyrian and Jackson moved as one, her strikes disabling warriors, while his gravity fields wrecked their gear. Valthor reached the command console. I need 30 seconds to input the override. You've got it. Jackson shielded him with a gravity barrier. Zorath's voice boomed over the comms. Father, how touching, but you're too late. The succession has begun. The main display showed a dozen Orlith ships in formation, energy building for a ritual. If I cannot claim the throne by law, I'll take it by conquest. They'll witness my power as I destroy this ship. He's firing on us, Valthor said, fingers flying. 15 seconds to override. Jackson felt Lyrian's fear through their bond, not for herself, but for him. The ship's cannon charged, energy vibrating the hull. Valthor shut down the AI, but the cannon system was isolated. 10 seconds to discharge, Lyrian reported. Jackson grabbed her hand. We need the weapons array. In the control room, the cannon's crystalline structure pulsed like a caged star. Lyrian's voice shook. "Spencer, this is suicide. You can't manipulate this power. I'm not manipulating it, I'm redirecting it." Jackson configured his last disruptors for maximum output, hands steady. Through their bond, Lyrian's mathematical precision merged with his intuition. 5 seconds. Gravitational lenses formed around the cannon. 3 seconds. The beam fired, bending through Jackson's fields, arcing impossibly toward Zorath's command ship. The explosion lit the stars, visible across systems. Jackson collapsed, drained. Lyrian caught him, tears streaming down her sapphire cheeks. "You did it. You saved us. We did it. I needed your mind with mine." Jackson's voice was weak but sure. Valthor addressed the fleet, his voice commanding. "Loyal Aurolith, you've seen the traitor's fate. Prince Zorath is dead, his crimes exposed. The Starvale throne endures. The fleet powered down, loyalists rallying." On the bridge, Valthor turned to Jackson, gratitude in his eyes. "You've proven yourself worthy of our trust." Lyrian took Jackson's hand. "You saved my father, our people. Your name will echo among the stars." Jackson blushed. "Just wanted to help, and not die." "You did more," Valthor said. "You wielded impossible technology, human ingenuity our greatest minds couldn't match. You're a hero, on Earth and beyond." "What now?" Jackson asked, looking at Lyrian. She squeezed his hand. "You're home, Jackson, with me. There's the matter of succession. My father lives, but our bond, it makes you part of the royal line. You could be my consort if you choose." "A prince?" Jackson stammered. Valthor smiled. "A partner in ruling, should you wish. The council will debate, but Lyrian will stand with you." Jackson met Lyrian's eyes, seeing not just a princess, but the woman he'd fight galaxies for. "After all this, saving your dad, blowing up your brother's ship? Yeah, I'm in." Lyrian laughed, a musical sound that filled the bridge. "Good, I wouldn't let you leave." Weeks later in Calverton, Jackson and Lyrian, now co-rulers, adapted Aurolith tech to Earth, forging peace. Under the desert stars, their hands entwined, their bond a beacon across worlds. Humanity didn't just defy the odds in this story, it rewrote the rules of the cosmos. Jackson Reed, a lone inventor from a dusty Arizona town, didn't just save an alien princess. He saved an empire, proving human grit and ingenuity can outshine even the stars. Lyrian Vera, cast from her throne, found not just a savior but a soulmate, their bond forging a future where Earth and the Aurolith Empire stand as equals. This is HFY at its core. One man's stubborn dream, one impossible machine, and one love that changed the galaxy. What does it mean to be human? It's to look at the impossible, laugh, and build a way through, then share that victory with the universe. If this story lit a fire in your soul, smash that like button and subscribe for more epic HFY tales. Drop a comment. Would you fight for a cosmic throne? What's your favorite human triumph? Hit the bell to never miss a story and share this with your crew to spread the HFY love. Let's keep humanity's fire burning bright.